Let's be honest, cookie dough is way better than baked cookies. The only issue is that eating raw eggs and flour can get you sick. But there is actually a way you can make cookie dough that's perfectly safe to eat. It tastes better than a baked cookie and it takes less than 15 minutes to make. I'll show you how to make the quick and simple version, and I'll show you a second, slightly more advanced version if you want something extra special. First thing we're making is our brown buttered cookie dough. In a medium-sized bowl, we're gonna throw in 100 grams of sugar, 200 grams of light brown sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, and then 2 sticks of brown butter. To make brown butter, you're gonna throw down 2 sticks of butter in a pan, bring it to medium-high heat, and then let it melt fully. Once it's fully melted and starts to bubble a little bit, make sure to keep mixing it so that way it doesn't do any popping and splattering butter at you. The butter should get really foamy, and then you'll start noticing some brown little speckly bits. I would pull it off the heat right then and there and then pour it in a separate container so it does not burn. Brown butter goes from perfectly brown to black in like 2 seconds, so be careful. You can see I accidentally slightly overdid mine, and also be careful because the bowl will be hot. Back to our bowl, we're gonna mix in all of our ingredients, and then we're gonna pour in 4 tablespoons of evaporated milk. You can use regular whole milk as well, but I personally really like evaporated milk. It just tastes more like milk, if that makes any sense. It also pairs beautifully with the morning coffee as well. Now you should have a nice thick brown buttered sugar mixture. I'm gonna pour in 250 grams of all-purpose flour, but stop! So I didn't realize this, but raw flour is actually not safe to consume raw, which surprised me. Similar to raw eggs, raw flour has the risk to contain E. coli and salmonella. But don't worry, because we are in a kitchen, you can simply cook the raw flour. All you have to do is throw it into a microwave safe bowl or plate, throw it into your microwave, setting it to 1 minute, take it out, mix the flour to evenly disperse it so the microwave cooks it evenly, and then throw it back in the microwave for 1 more minute. You should have steaming hot flour that's getting a little clumpy, but that's okay. More importantly, the internal temperature is actually 165 degrees, which is perfect because that means it killed off any harmful bacteria that could have been in the flour. Alternatively, you could also buy pre-cooked flour, but honestly, microwaving yourself is pretty easy. Back to our bowl, we're gonna mix all of our ingredients together, and this is when I realized I forgot a crucial ingredient, which is 1 teaspoon of vanilla paste. You should have added this in with the wet ingredients, but it's all good. I'm gonna mix it in as best as I can, and then we're gonna throw in 85 grams of bittersweet chocolate chips and 150 grams of chopped dark chocolate, which I used a 70% dark chocolate bar, and I just roughly chopped it with my knife. Once everything is mixed together, we're now gonna grab a cookie scooper and scoop out some nice little balls of cookie dough. This cookie scooper I'm using gives me 2 tablespoon worth portions, and in the end, you should have a beautiful tray of cookie dough. This recipe gives you 24 beautiful pieces of edible cookie dough, and if you wanna make them taste even better, what I recommend is wrapping them in plastic wrap and then throwing them in the fridge or freezer overnight. And don't forget to please hit the like and subscribe button as well. We just hit 1,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for the support. Now I have an insane hot take. A cookie that has brown butter is not actually my favorite kind of cookie. My favorite kind of cookie actually uses creamed butter in it, and we're gonna make an edible cookie dough version with that. Now the ingredients say exactly the same, but you will need instead extra fine sugar instead of granulated sugar, and you will need a stand mixer or a hand blender. Into our stand mixer, we're gonna toss in 100 grams of extra fine sugar and 200 grams of light brown sugar. The difference between extra fine and regular granulated sugar is just the size of the sugar itself. Extra fine is smaller and incorporates a little easier, and even though I said you need extra fine, you can't actually just use regular granulated sugar as well. Just might take another minute or 2 to incorporate. We're next gonna throw in 2 sticks of unsalted softened butter, which a quick tip on how to get softened butter is to throw it in your microwave and set it for 10 seconds at 3 power or 3% power, whatever the equivalent is. You might need to do it in a few increments measurements, but after 2 or 3 times, you should have beautifully softened butter. Now we're gonna turn on our stand mixer at 1 to 2 speed, and we're gonna begin the creaming process of the butter and sugar. This should take anywhere between 5 to 6 minutes, though you will have to stop it every 2 minutes to scrape the sides of the bowl. If you have this rubber spatula attachment like I do, you don't have to stop it in between. It just scrapes the bowl a little cleaner. After 5 minutes, you can see now our butter is nicely fluffed up and it's beautifully creamed together. I'm gonna now pour in 2 tablespoons of our evaporated milk or regular milk, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla paste. This time I did not forget it. Turn it on low just to mix and incorporate all those ingredients together. And now we're gonna toss in our cooked 250 grams worth of all-purpose flour, and we're gonna turn our stand mixer back on, mixing it until all the flour and everything is evenly and nicely combined. Give it a taste to see if everything's properly hydrated. If it tastes a little dry, feel free to add a little bit more evaporated milk. From here, I'm gonna now throw in our 85 grams of bittersweet chocolate chips, as well as our 150 grams of chopped dark chocolate. Turning the stand mixer back on, mixing all those ingredients evenly and nicely together. And now this is your creamed butter cookie dough, and we're gonna do the same thing as last time, which with a 2 tablespoon cookie scooper, we're gonna scoop out nice, beautiful portions of this edible cookie dough. You should have a tray full of delicious edible cookie dough. Now I'm gonna decorate them by giving each piece some bittersweet chocolate chip, and I'm going to hit them with some flaky salt just for the fun of it. Most of it fell off though. And now this is your raw cookie dough with creamed butter instead. That uses a little bit more technical equipment, but I think it's very worth it in the end. This recipe technically makes 28 cookies, so 4 more than the previous recipe. Now I'm gonna wrap these guys in plastic wrap as well, and I'm gonna put them in the fridge or freezer just to rest overnight. Completely optional, you can skip this step, but what isn't optional is the fact that you guys should be liking and subscribing. Please, if you support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, both of these cookies taste absolutely phenomenal, but it's time to put them to the test and see which one is just slightly better in my opinion. Okay, time for the best part. Let's try these 2 suckers. This one here is the brown butter version. Absolutely phenomenal. Has a ton of nutty flavors from the brown butter. Tastes significantly better than any regular store-bought cookie I would buy. Now let's try the creamed butter cookies. Wow, it's crazy how just changing 1 step in a recipe, buttering it versus browning the butter, it just changes it completely. These guys have a completely different texture to them. There's a lot more airiness to them. They're much more softer. They don't have that toasted nuttiness that the brown butter version has, but they have a nice creaminess from it that's just superb. It's really hard to pick which one. These are both absolutely phenomenal cookie doughs, but I think it's just gonna come down to preference. If you like a more nutty toasted cookie dough, then this is the one for you. If you like a creamier, more softer cookie dough, then this is the one for you. For me personally, I actually like these guys just a little bit more, but I would not be disappointed if anyone gave me either of these any time of the week. Now, if you don't like super sweet desserts, don't worry, I have a delicious, well-balanced tart video right here you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Have a wonderful rest of your day.